What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of the 1,000-Year Blood War anime. Oh my god, what a phenomenal episode, man. Orihime rocking her new outfit finally made her return, man. And ooh! Damn, it looks good, bro. Like, obviously, I've seen the manga version. Of course, it was also in BBS as well. But, yeah, it looks good in the anime. But, yeah, she looked great. Chad looked great as well. Man was dripped the fuck out as well, man. Ichigo made his triumphant return, man. And, yeah, this was just a phenomenal episode all around, bro. Aizen had a quick cameo. So we're starting to close in on the match between Ichigo and Uryu. So we're gonna see Yuha going up against the Squad Zero, possibly next week. A lot of crazy shit going on in this episode, man. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. Oh, one other thing, guys. I forgot to mention this earlier, but you guys will probably not see this review until like either really late tonight or tomorrow, because I'm actually going to be going to the movies later today to catch Ninja Turtles and Barbie. Wanted to finally get caught up from trying to now back home, trying to get caught up in some movies, and I wanted to watch both these movies back to back so I can finally get done with them. I was gonna originally watch it on Sunday, but Sunday is all in, so I can't do it then. And which is how my schedule is right now. Now that I have a job, I just had Bleach had to be the sacrificial lamb this time, man. So I'll get the reaction up for you guys today. So you guys at least have something for Bleach, but yeah, the review might come out a little bit later, not tomorrow, when the review wants to drop. I hope I do at least finish up recording the audio before I have to leave to the movies, but yeah, just want to give you guys that quick heads up. So we start the episode off with reusing the footage where we saw like a few episodes ago with I guess the birth of Yuha. I guess meant to symbolize that Yuha now has awakened from his slumber. I guess I'm not exactly entirely sure what this is, why they did reuse this footage. Anyway, basically it tells Uryu to say goodbye to this abominable world. There is no turning back. This is when we get back to Kenpachi. As he looks around saying, hey, Yachiru, where you at? He tries to look for her, and he finds her robe. Now, this obviously means that most likely... Now, I don't think Yachiru's that person that would just randomly strip naked in the heat of the battlefield. I think this means she's dead. Or that she has disappeared. I don't know what it is. I saw some people freaking out about that one shot that was like a reanimated scene that we originally saw from Uryu from Kenpachi's backstory when he was first in the beginning of the Bleach series, where she was like touching his Zanpakuto with the blood on it. I don't know if that's meant to mean that Yachiru is somehow connected to his Zanpakuto, or Yachiru is his Zanpakuto, and now that he can talk to his Zanpakuto, her physical form is gone, and thereby just the sword remains. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if this is going to get explained later on in the series on what exactly what happened with Yachiru. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe James explains about this in his reaction or his review to the episode. I don't know, I haven't watched it yet. But regardless of such, Yachiru is gone, and we know why Kubo posted that picture of her last week. Seems like she's gone, she's dead. In some form or fashion. Anyway, a bunch of other foot soldiers of the Soul Reaper come in there. I don't know if these are part of like Kenpachi's squad or not. I assume they are, but I'm not entirely sure. Either way, they come in there and Kenpachi tells them to find Yachiru. They say they can't feel her spirit's presence. He just says just find him. So then they all start searching around, looking for him. This is when the rest of the female Stern Riders make their appearance as we finally get to introduce them all. Stern Rider G, the Lolly character, Lamprid. I am not even gonna try to pronounce her first name, man. I have no idea how to pronounce it. You got Menace, the pink-haired chick. Of course, we got Giselle. Fuck! Giselle. Very curious to know how. You're very curious to see this episode with the dub, because you guys know I mentioned before that he's voiced by Casey. So I'm curious to see how he's gonna do, because he doesn't really voice a character like Giselle. So I'm very curious to see how he's gonna do with a character like Giselle. It should be interesting to see how his performance turns out with that. Anyway, she's also the Stern Rider Z. I thought that was kind of interesting. And then of course we got Candice striking people with lightning. You know, she struck Kenpachi with lightning. Then she started going up on the rest of the remaining soldiers that were there to help Kenpachi. Just completely incinerated them. While also one of the guys tried to go after Giselle, manages to slash her open. But she says that her power word that if you get touched with her blood, you become a corpse that's under her control. And she tells everyone to kill yourself, which they obviously do. And then we get this really nice shot of all the female Stern Riders together, man, with Candice like lightning, like she's fucking Cole McGrath or something, man. Once again, the effects work in this episode, man, was phenomenal. So then Lampert says that now that all the Sprawl Friends gone, let's finish off and let's take the head of the special target. This is when Kenpachi uses Flash Step and starts to go on the offense against the Field Stern Riders. Candy uses a lightning attack while the other one's trying to get some attacks in, and Kenpachi is still, of course, fighting the good fight even though he's just got electrocuted. But Mansme was able to take him right back down to the floor before Candy hits him with another electricity shot that then keeps Kenpachi down for the count for now. Which also, one thing I forgot to mention earlier, I gotta say, I love Lampert's Japanese VA. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before in previous reviews, but I love her Japanese VA, man. The way she just sounds completely bored and just indifferent to everything, man, is just perfect. As you guys, I think I might mention this in my review for the dub episode, second dub episode, like a couple weeks ago, maybe even last year, I forget exactly where it was. But in the dub, she's actually voiced by Jeremy Lee, which is an automatic dub in my books, man, because you guys told me some Jeremy, voice of Asuna. But she sounded great in that episode, so I'm curious to see how she's gonna stand here when she gets some, finally get some real mileage out of this character, man. Definitely very curious to see how this dub is getting made up for this episode to turn out. Mostly just obviously for JYB and Derek, I believe, is the guy that voices Uryu in the dub, if I'm correct. But that whole scene, that was incredible, man. But obviously, also just see how Jeremy does here, as well as, of course, Casey with Giselle. Because I'm very curious to know how he's going to do with Giselle, man. Given that he's never really voiced a character like Giselle before. He mostly just voices kids. So I'm curious to see how he's going to turn out with that one. That I'm very curious to see. Anyway, with Kenpachi now defeated, it seems like, just staring blankly as smoke is just emanating from him, we head back to Rukia and Byakuya as Rukia is starting to feel Kenpachi's fleeting spiritual pressure, and that is when Ichigo, the man, the myth, the legend, Ichigo finally makes his return, bro. And bro, did Period make this special, bro? Because, bro, they gave this man coming in there into the, like, force field or whatever that Yuha's created around the Serete, and given not only played number one. No. We did not just get the standard number one. We got, like, an AC/DC remix of number one, bro. Like, obviously wasn't actually performed by AC/DC, the band, but very similar, very much in their style of rock music, man. I actually thought they were actually straight up playing an AC/DC song right at the start of it, like that one song that was playing at the start of Iron Man 2, and Iron Man like jumped from the helicarrier onto the stage for Start Expo. For some of y'all that remember Iron Man 2, man, that's what the scene reminded me of, and the song and everything, man. But the song itself, man, sounded amazing, bro. Ugh. Bro, man, you gotta love how they treat Ichigo in the show, man, bro. Like, they treat him as that like he is him, which he is, man. Ichigo, man, I don't say it for nothing, bro. Bro, this song was so fucking good, bro. So anyway, he like uses like Flash Step or whatever and just appears behind the Stern Riders, right in front of Kenpachi. He's like, I came a little too fast before like this like wind comes out of nowhere that blows him all the way. As he starts talking with Kenpachi and tells him that he is here to save you, man, to save Kenpachi, excuse me. This is when we also get the title card, where then the female Stern Riders try to make their attacks on Ichigo, which of course he effortlessly dodges them all and sends them all careening into buildings, man. And they're all kind of shocked about how powerful Ichigo is. And Lambert mentions that he is the #1 special threat, Ichigo Kurosaki. So now Candice, she is back. She's ready for round 2. She wants to throw down with Ichigo. She rants about how she has to wake up early before everyone else just to do her hair. And bro, my man Ichigo. Ichigo was just looking at this woman like, bitch, I don't give a damn. I just love how he just looks at her. The way he's like, okay. Gotta love Ichigo, man. So she pulls out her bow. The other female Stern Riders follow suit, man. Although, can someone explain me why Giselle's is like so much smaller than everyone else's? Like, why? Does anyone else find that kind of weird that Giselle's is like really small? But whatever, they all fire their arrows at him. Lampert mentions that that was not good. That one or two attacks them ain't gonna do nothing, or rather, she attacked by herself with the one. That's when Lampert says that could do nothing. All it does is rip off the access clothes he has given us by the probably arguably maybe the most iconic shot of the Blood War with Ichigo before we first see him with his new armor, man. Looked great. This is when the other female story get their bows out there trying to fire up against Ichigo, which does next to no damage to him. He quickly makes quick work of them. Once again, Candy is sent into another wall where all the female stars just like all bump into her on their way to and then with Lampert just giving her a boot to the face. Like, bro, like, was that necessary, Lambert? Did you have to give Candy a boot? Like, did you really need to boot her, bro? Like, come on, dog. Anyway, Giselle mentioned that he wishes that, or she, whatever this character's pronouns are, bro. Giselle mentions says that she wishes that he was dead, and Lambert and the others are all in agreement. This is when Candice unlocks her, goes into her ultimate form. I forget the exact name of what these forms were called. Once again, tries to fire off against Ichigo, which once again he makes quick work of deflecting her attack with Getsuga Tensho, which now instead of like this giant slash, it's just a little like line he creates with his Zanpakuto, bro, and it does all like this, and it has like this massive explosion, man. Once again, the effects work here was just phenomenal, man. Like, the effects work in Bleach is honestly probably some of the best, at least in recent animes, man. Harriet is in their bag with the effects work, man. And then Ichigo gives her an elbow to the stomach for her trouble before sending her into another building. And this is when Meninas and Lambert all get their transformations, which they actually do it as like a full-on magical girl transformation, like it's fucking Sailor Moon. And I gotta say, the song that was playing here was fantastic as well, man. So, that was pretty cool to see, actually kind of cool to see them actually go full-on with like a magical girl transformation for the remaining female Stern Riders. That was actually pretty cool. They all go for their attacks, of course. None of them can really get a good hit on Ichigo. He's doing his thing. We see Giselle create like these like mini like skeleton things that are like her start chasing after Ichigo. They actually like uses like this. I know this sound effect. I don't know what it is or not, but I know this is like it's like a really old sound effect that you've seen like slapstick like cartoons or whatever. Like I think it was like Looney Tunes is where this comes from. Whenever characters were like doing their runs, I think. I'm not sure, but I know that sound effect from somewhere that was playing during this sequence, man. And I'm sure most of you guys know as well. You probably know which one I'm talking about. But Ichigo makes quick work of these little skeleton things, but then they like deconstruct and the bones start to go on Ichigo, locking him in place. This is where Lambert uses this bear trap like claw things to try and trap Ichigo, but Ichigo manages to block it and manages to get out there while at the same time managing to decapitate Giselle, which was pretty funny to see. And then Candy once again returns, ready for round 3. She starts like absorbing the buildings that I guess that supercharges her. I'm not exactly sure how that works. And bro, after she like has it once again like goes like I don't know Super Saiyan 2 or whatever, Ichigo once again looks at this woman like he just does not care. He is not impressed at all by this woman's transformation, bro. And it's the funniest thing ever. And she's just like, damn that look. She's like, that damn look on your face, bro. On his face. So then, once again, finds another massive attack. And I love the lighting they use for once again, the effects work is just so good in this season, man. And I love just like the various shades of green they use for like this lightning attack that she fired up. It looked amazing. Ichigo retaliates with the Getsuga Jujisho, if I'm pronouncing that right, which she thinks that she can like block the attack or deflect or whatever, but Ichigo tells her to dodge, but she doesn't. Gives her a direct hit, and once again, I also say the smoke we got right here looked amazing here once the attack actually landed and everything. And like the smoke we saw right here, man, just so good. Like I said, I mentioned this countless times, but the effects work of this show has just been next level, man. So now not Giselle. Candy is now missing an arm, and then she starts screaming. And also, I gotta say, major props to her Japanese VA, man, because her scream right here was amazing. So she starts screaming at Giselle to heal her arm. Giselle starts freaking like, oh really? You sure? She's like, idiot, don't use her blood. So then she, I guess, uses like one of the corpses of the Soul Reaper foot soldiers, and just I don't know what she does, uses it to like reconstruct her arm. Don't know how it works, but I just like the sound effect they did when she like first started moving her arm. I thought that sounded really nice. And then Lambert says, "Calm down, you bitch." That cracked me up. That line cracked me up. And basically he's gonna win this match. Candy's like, shut up, charges towards Ichigo, and I gotta say, bro, Candy got a nice ass, bro. Like, listen, bro, they leave that right front center for you to admire out there. She's charging towards Ichigo, but like, dude, Lord have mercy, Candy got one fine ass, bro. Woo! Lord have mercy. I'm looking at it right now as I'm talking, bro. My God. Damn, that looks nice. Alright, enough of me thirsting over Candy's ass. Anyway, as she turns toward Ichigo, Masumi comes in there and starts firing attacks at all the female Stern Riders because he wants the glory all to himself to defeat Ichigo Kurosaki. More of the other Stern Riders come in there, like the Mr. Mustache Man, the black dude, and whoever this knockoff fucking Who's the cat dude in Dragon Ball again? I forget his name, but that's who he reminds me of. He reminds me of that, like, that cat dude. I don't remember his name. Either way, they all start to surround Ichigo. Once again, Ichigo, he don't give a damn. He's like, the Espadas gave me more trouble than this shit. He just looks at him, before this giant blue beam of light starts coming off, where we see it's coming from Yuha's castle, and we find out that basically from Mayuri. Basically, him, Ichigo, with the armor, the Shihakusho that he's wearing, which is made from, like, the hair and bones of Squad Zero, which I don't even know how that works. Like, how do you get bones? Is it from previous members of Squad Zero? Is it the current members of Squad? Do they just rip their bones out? Do they have healing properties where they can just regrow bones? Like, I'm not exactly sure how exactly that works, but either way, because of Ichigo coming down from the Soul King, from the Soul Palace down to the Serete and breaking through the barrier, it basically just gave Yuha a direct path over to the Soul Palace, so he's able to, like, just, like, I guess, have, like, a beam that sends him right towards there. So then Lord Aizen makes a quick cameo appearance, which was great to see, man. I popped big for this one. Hopefully that means we will be seeing Chair-sama pretty soon, sometime in this core. I'm not sure, but it was nice to see Lord Aizen, although now he's like completely cut, his face is like completely covered up now at this point. We then head over back to Ichibe's place or whatever it is, where the man is just like staring blankly. Don't know what that's all about, but I guess he's just preparing to fight Yuha, and with Hospital Buddha, which I am curious to know if we're actually going to see Squad Zero fighting against Yuha in the next episode or not. That would be pretty hype if we actually got to see Squad Zero and Yuha go and throw it down, man. That would be hype. Not gonna lie, man. So he starts charging towards the light, but then Meninas comes in there, slams him into a wall. So it's pretty naive to think that you can just go after His Majesty. Hits a diamond rush that sends Ichigo flying. This is where Bosby, first before Bosby gets in there, he starts charging once again. Then Mustache Man comes in there with like his gun pointed right at his skull before Bosby shows in there, ready to fire off Burning Finger #1. But then Renji comes in there, man, to separate the two and tells him that Yuha is all his, and then he'll take care of the rest of the Stern Riders. They once again charge to get to Ichigo again, but this is when Byakuya and the other Soul Reapers, Rukia, Ikaku, and Shuhei all show up, man, and I gotta say, this shot goes fucking hard with the remaining Soul Reapers looking at the Quincy's, bro. Oh, that shot was fucking awesome. So, he finally makes over to Yuha's palace, or wherever Yuha is at, where Uryu fires an arrow at him, which Ichigo quickly deflects, and that's when he sees that Uryu is with Yuha, and of course Ichigo is quite shocked by this, wondering what he's doing, what are you talking about. Uryu tells him to leave before he wastes his life, and he then fires off a barrage of arrows at Ichigo. This is when Chad and Orihime show him. Oh, Orihime, bro! It's so good to finally see her outfit in the anime, bro, and damn, does it look good, bro? Lord have mercy. But Shadows looks pretty bad too. I love that this like sleeveless like jacket thing he's wearing, man. I swear, man. Kubo knows how to drip the fuck out of his characters, bro. Like Chad, Uryu, Ichigo, Orihime, all of them drip the fuck out, man. So anyway, you asked if he said his farewells. He says yes, and then this is when they just float up to the Soul Kingdom, to the Soul Palace, excuse me, and that is where the episode ends. We actually surprised don't even get a poem this week. No post-credit scene, no poem, and the episode just ends, which was kind of surprising to see, man. So yeah, this episode is fucking incredible, man. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it earlier, but you guys are definitely getting the double reaction for this episode, man. And yeah. Overall, my final for this episode is going to be a 9.5 out of 10, guys, although I bet you when the dub of this episode airs, I'll probably raise it up to a 10. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on my social if you feel like it. Links down below. And as always, come out for more. See you guys next time.